Welcome back to Blacktown International Sports Park. It's been a big day and we finally reach the big game to our listeners on www.digitalsports.com.au. It's the Division 2 Grand Final between the minor premiers, the Penrith Rams, coming up against the Balmain Dockers, who have put in a huge effort to reach the Grand Final from 5th place on the ladder. We'll get to the team lists as the quarter progresses, but for now the umpire holds the ball aloft and prepares to set us underway in the Division 2 Grand Final. Here's Murray Canellan.
Yeah, the big bounce to get us underway. Penrith win first use of the ball. That is Schroot, hard at it early. Penrith full of running. Little kick off the ground. We've gone to the yellow ball as the afternoon wears on. Hand pass backward for Balmain. Hold on to the ball. Free kick. Going to go to Penrith early. And interesting at that centre bounce, I thought Wright was going to take the ruck, but he's actually in the centre for... And
Woodford was the ruckman against Jones.
So an interesting tall four in the centre for Penrith this afternoon. Caught that. That was a bit high.
And both we've seen ruckman in the previous finals play a big part, and I think those two boys have a big bearing on the game.
Robinson getting a free kick for the little shoulder that just crept a little high up towards his eyebrows. Sends that one inside, slipping but regaining his footwork really easily there. Was once he turns around is Allison, and he'll have the first shot on goal for this grand final from about the mark, about 46 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
Doesn't kick many, Philby. 18 games this year, just the 2 goals for Nathan Allison.
But what a time to kick one.
Kick is on its way, Murray, and it hasn't got the distance.
Yes, play on the call, leaving it behind there was Bennell. Quite fortuitously, that one just snuck across the line. So our first score in the Division 2 Grand Final, Penrith v Balmain. Balmain in the traditional Fremantle white anchor, predominantly purple job. Oh, big pack mark coming there from Woodford.
It's a clash strip for Balmain, with both teams predominantly white as their main jumper. Out of the defensive region, trying to back himself through with Schroot, couldn't get there. Ball comes clear for Balmain. Kick goes down towards the wing. Running onto it is Plug. And the kick plugged a little bit too. Azar gets a hand pass up. Bit of a fumble from Edwards. Couldn't get clear. Falls to Tom Head. Surprised to see him playing in the reserves for the Dockers. And it comes back to Denton. Hawkesbury Jr. goes short through Bradley. And a good stretch for Nathan Wright to take the mark. Cross back home from Pennant Hills at the start of this year. And his centering kick is quite good.
Yeah, just through that big arm of his out there, Nathan Wright took a nice little mark. That is Payne, slung off it. Got to be a free kick, Fremantle. No, going to go the other way.
And we saw Redfern was the one who got the mark there. He ran off Cipriano, who's picking up the key forward for the Dockers, and I think he'll try and run off him all day.
You're right, it was Fremantle who took the free kick, but he turned it over. And a short ball from Wright.
And Dale Shivers being picked up by Clark for Balmain. He's the big gun forward for Penrith. He's kicked 58 goals this year.
Yes, crossing back from Campbelltown after a couple of years in Premier League, where he performed really well and made the Sydney AFL representative team as a centre-half forward, Dale Shivers. So he does hold the key to this one. Britain, left out of the senior side.
Right-hander hand pass.
A bit of a throw. Little kick around the corner for the Dockers. How will this sit? It doesn't sit at all for Azar. Put him under pressure, and then Azar gave away a free kick to Denton. A bit of a crude tackle.
Bit unlucky though. He did. Denton slipped. So
it does seem to be slipperier on this side. I've only caught a couple of games today. This is the second.
And it's gone down again as he kicks into the man on the mark. Taken by Boyd. Gets around one. Kicks inside 50. Looking for Burke at the back. Couldn't take the mark. It was Bush, in fact. To ground level it goes. Trying to get through his Head. Little kick around the corner. Tumbles towards the line. And Redfern sees it safely over for a boundary throw-in.
We've seen Boyd a couple of times now involved, and that speed down the wing could be vital in a big game like this. Big ground. They've met twice this year in the home and away season with one win apiece so far.
Head over the top, won the punch down, kicked clear by Roney, the experienced Ram. 50th game today, in fact, for Bryce Roney in his 3rd year at the club. So he'd be hoping for it to be a memorable one.
Good chase from the big fella.
It's Woodford. He can't keep it in. And it's over for a boundary throw-in. So the team for Penrith today: number 1, Bryce Roney; number 2, Nathan Allison; number 3, John Keane; 6, Dale Shivers; 7, Daniel Schroot; 8, Blake Roberts; 9, Jay Edwards; 10, Ben Robinson; 11, David Bradley; 14, Matthew Payne; 15, Tim Cummins; 17, James Denton; 21, Josh Onassis; 22 is Adam Sharp; 23, Mitchell Reinhard; 24, Luke O'Connor; 27, Tom Hall; 28, Harley Stibbard; 36, Mark Woodford; 46, Nathan Wright; 51 is Jake Shelley; 54, Brad Redfern; and the coach is Jeff Payne.
As that was Azar sending it along inside, and there was a sneaky Falcon in there. This one going to be rushed across the boundary line. Inside Balmain's inside 50. They've had a bit of territory early in this one.
I think the keys for that side you've read out, Rhodesy, was I think Woodford, the ruckman; Nathan Wright, who was best on ground in their second semi-final victory; and of course the key forward, Dale Shivers.
Yes, Jay Edwards also crossing back from Campbelltown this year as a key player, ranks number 1 on the best player list for the season.
Aussie Joe Britton goes for a run, sends it into the pocket over the head of Kipriano, keeps it in front. There's a couple of big boys on each other there against Redfern. That one just sent into the goal square. The mark taken by Penrith. Poor kick. Mark attempt wasn't that good either. Woodford gets it across to Sharp, hacks it out. At the moment, they're under a fair bit of pressure. That's Underwood. Sneaks around a couple, loads up to the goal square. Numbers behind, right, good mark. Too tall, too hairy. Look at that beard.
And, also don't underestimate Daniel Schroot, who ranks number 3 this year, and Bryce Roney number 10. So plenty of good players in this Penrith lineup have performed very well in their promotion this year, as the kick from Cottrell goes towards the top of the goal square, brought to ground by Plug. Right, or Redfern it was in fact, kicks it out wide. Woodford.
Good mark.
Wasn't paid, and the umpire says, give it to me. I was waiting for a free kick to be blown for over the shoulder.
Well, the Rams been under pressure in this first quarter, their defenders, but they've done the job so far.
They haven't conceded a score just yet. A little hand pass came back to Roney. He goes long around the wing. Ball brought to ground. Strong tackle laid on Cottrell. Hand pass over the top to Bennell. Dispossessed, it came out. Quick kick goes forward for the Rams towards forward 50. Went with his boot car when he should have dived. Clark just managed to get it clear. Schroot tapped it on. Thrown on the boot by Boyd, a rainmaker. We don't want any of that. Woodford knocked it to ground. Picked up by Cummins. Swings around onto the left boot. The brother of Pat, the talented young New South Wales paceman. His kick was stolen by Fremantle.
He actually calls himself the Pippa Middleton of the family. He believes Pat is old Kate, and he calls himself the Pippa of the family. Big shout out to Matthew Cummins, listening in Wales at the moment. From all reports, he's got a bit of a rough head after a big night.
He might be talking himself up a bit, comparing himself to Pippa Middleton, I think.
I don't really want to compare that.
He reckons he wears a white dress quite well.
Well, I tell you what, if they win a premiership, he might try it on tonight. On you, Murray.
Well, he's kicked 47 for the year, old Tim, so he's doing pretty well. Handy wicket keeper as well for Penrith first grade. The Cats.
At the moment, the Dockers seem to just want a bit more of the ball. I think if Penrith are going to have to use the ball a lot better than they are at the moment.
Britton takes the advantage from the high tackle, kicks inside 50. Azar in the sandwich. play on quickly, the Rams. The kick came out towards the wing. He's got an absolute paddock here to run into. That was Schroot. He goes short and finds Bradley.
Too slow. He's still got a man on.
David Bradley, the captain, kicks inside 50 for Shivers. And from his first look, Shivers takes the mark, sees a loose man. Schroot's run on and takes the mark 35 metres out straight in front. And that is great work by Daniel Schroot, who I mentioned when we were going through the Rams team as a key player.
He's probably run about, what do you reckon, 60, 70 metres. His last possession was the kick here on centre wing to Shivers, and he's chased that up right into the centre of the 50.
He probably ran 35 metres to get the first possession too. So
he's kicked 14 goals from his 18 games.
It's an awful kick from Daniel Schroot. And, well, you can't blame the Breeze for that, even though we've seen them hooked into that pocket all day. That was just an awful kick.
Josh Onassis has come on to give Woodford a rest in the ruck. But plenty of big men for Penrith.
Yeah, I think that'll be their advantage today, is the big fellas, as Shivers gets the hand pass to Tom Hall. A couple of hand passes, finds Roney, sends it long inside. Mark Cummins couldn't take it, neither could Roberts. Just fishing for the crumbs at the bottom of the pack there was Allison, and it goes across the line.
Get to the Balmain team shortly. There's only been one behind kicked in the first 10.5 minutes, but most of the players taken place in the forward 50s for either team. The defence is working overtime and working well at the moment. Boundary throw in over the top. It's won by Clark. He gains about 25 metres and sees it over the line for a boundary throw in. Balmain's team, a bit of a dog's breakfast, guys, to be fair. They are wearing the alternate strip, but they gave us the numbers during the week of their regular jumpers, so we've been thrown a little bit by that. And you'd think about grand final time they could be a little bit better organised than that. As we see a whistle on play. Penrith free kick. Tim Cummins will get it. And he can line up from 40 metres out on a tight angle.
He's kicked 47 this year, averages just over 3 a game, so there's no doubt when he got the free, he wasn't worried about who he could give it off to. He's confident and he's going to put his team on the board.
Put 8 on against the Jets earlier on in the season. That's a
great
helicopter
goal.
punt. The helicopter punt puts away any risk of wind. He's kicked the goal, Tim Cummins, and Penrith, after 12 minutes, finally get the first. We can now take the opportunity in the stoppage to look at the Balmain team. We think we've worked it out correctly. Andrew Cipriano in number 1, Joe Britton number 2, Brad Plug number 3, number 4 is Andrew Cooper, number 6 Chris Reichman, 7 is Alistair Jewell Ferguson, 8 is Michael Carr, 9 is Jason Fretwell, 10 is Jared Boyd, 12 is Michael Carey, 13 Eden Bennell, 15 Luke Fremantle, 16 Kyle Underwood, 18 Neil Merrick, 19 Tom Head, 20 is Andrew Clark, 21 Ashley Azar, 22 Kevin Jones, 24 Marcus Bush, 31 is Nick Halliday, 41 is Dion Burke, the coach, and 47 is Aaron Cottrell, the coach. As I said, Dion Burke.
As Fretwell clears this one, Shivers into the centre, the first of the changes being run for Penrith. Good kick. Mark can't be taken there by Azar, should have done better. Huge bump off the ball there from a big room. That's Clark. He's going to get a hand pass over the back. Finds Boyd, sends it high. Good mark from the side. Is Jay Edwards. Just snuck that one into the pack. There's Shivers, takes the mark, is able to run, does so to the side of the centre square. Mark can't be taken there by the skipper and Bradley, or a couple of Shepherds. Payne should have just gone at it. In and around the ball now onto the ruck is Onassis. This one clear to the grandstand side. Winning the race at the ball will be Boyd. He's running backwards, but he's got the pace to burn. Gives a little hand pass off to, I think, was Burke. Or straight off the knee, Merrick. Turnover, trouble here now. Bradley, the skipper, toe pokes it through. That's Roberts. Good tackle.
Ion's a call.
Another good tackle. Just chasing it back up there, the Penrith player whose number I just missed. Schroot, good punch. There's Wright, knocked off it. The ruckman at the moment, Onassis sends it long, Cummins, strong mark.
Great work there from the big fella. done a couple of good things since he came on the ground in Nassas, and Cummins is looking like a bit of a handful up there so far. Sometimes you can worry about the big key forward, and this man is only just behind him in the goal kicking. So
well, I think he led most of the year, Philby. It was only a late run from Shivers that took
that's
the
two.
lead.
You can't kick a drop punt to save his life. It goes through the big sticks. 2 early goals to Cummins, 2 early goals to Penrith. They lead by 13.
Well, so far it's just been a bit of a battle between one end to the other, and no one really stamping their authority. Just this man Cummins being able to kick those 2 goals. But, I think the key players, we've seen Shivers when he's got his hands on the ball a couple of times. He's just that little bit class above, and also Jay Edwards started that from the back line as well.
Well, if Azar takes the mark down here, Balmain have a shot on goal.
Yep, and he's been involved early. I think he thought he had the mark before he did.
One down for the Dockers. It was by Jones. Left behind by Stibbard. Quick kick forward for the Dockers towards the top of the square. Kiprianu off the ground. Well, he probably should have took the mark in the end. Got enough purchase on it, but he's kicked it behind.
And Cottrell out of the middle there. He's been involved a little bit.
So Redfern for the Rams with the kick-out duties this afternoon. Little sneaky one over the man on the mark there to Stibbard. Just pushes it across wide. Penrith maintaining possession early. This is Edwards. Just wants to call his player up. Does so. Plants the big right foot. Holds it. Kicks to the corner of the centre square. Whistle blown. Free kick against Schroot goes to Little Britain, who I've seen plenty of in Premier Division, so very surprised to see him down in the 2s today.
Yes, Britain played 11 Premier League games this year for 10 goals. Just the one game in Division 2 before
Are you allowed
today.
to do that?
Well, with the Dockers actually seniors playing tomorrow, yes you are.
Oh.
So we'll add to that. Tom Head is actually playing his first reserves grade game for the season today.
Yes, well, NAB Rising Star, isn't he?
Yes, a nominee earlier on in the season, Head. So a real surprise to see him out of the senior team. In fact, it's a centre-half forward. Meanwhile, we see Tom Hall get in trouble. Well, he gets a free kick.
He ducked a little bit as well, so very, very lucky.
I'm told I have to call him the lesser brother, Tom Hall. But he gets the free kick and he puts it to the outer side of the ground. I'm sure he'll love that. And I'm sure he'll work out where the direction came from as the ball goes through the centre of the ground. Kick goes towards half forward. Strong grab on the lead taken by Robinson.
He worked hard to get there.
He goes with a wobbler towards half forward. Cummins.
Jeez, he's looking good.
It's looking very dangerous, Cummins. And the man on the mark is about 3 metres further out than he should be. And the field umpire has missed that. Cummins loads up with that one. That's the best spinning kick he's done all day, and the most inaccurate. It did stay in. Schroot got a hand pass away, and the team.
Both players are putting their hands up.
They contend around the point post there. We get a ball up. 2-1-13 Penrith, 1 behind Balmain. We're in time on in the first quarter. Big tap from Jones, going to his own advantage. There was the Dockers player, but he couldn't keep it in, Kyle Underwood. And he's another one with senior experience. They have quite a few, Murray, who've played Premier League football this year, Balmain. So a strong team in. There's a push in the back here.
Kick there.
It's a Rams free kick in the ruck, and it's going to Josh Onassis. And he can line up from 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
And I said he's been really involved since he came on. He's kicked 11 goals this year before today.
He's in 17 games, Josh Onassis. Penrith Junior come up through the ranks. This is an important kick in the shadows of quarter time. And he splits the middle. A great kick from Onassis. The Rams have the first 3 goals of this game. Yes, for Balmain, we'll work through the list. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 players with Premier League experience, and there are the senior squad keeping an eye on things ahead of tomorrow's preliminary final.
Tell the canteen to watch out. Tim Smith's here.
And he's not playing tomorrow either, so
Watch out.
I tell you what.
I should watch out now.
Well, he wants to be getting down there because the Norwest Jets are cooking up a storm.
Spoken by Matt Hill.
And it's a fantastic feed, and I'm sure they'll be loving it. The kick goes inside forward 50.
It's Cottrell again out of the middle. He's going all right for the Dockers.
Cipriano's kick went nowhere. It was a clever tap from Denton, released Redfern. He goes on the left boot out towards the wing. Ball knocked away from Allison. Jones had it sharked away from him by Wright, is it?
Yep.
He can go long with a couple of bounces, sets it up inside 50. Numbers with the Dockers, they bowl each other over, but keeping his feet importantly was Clark. Kicks long towards the wing. Good little hand pass up from Carr. Quick kick forward, Bradley. And the siren sounds for quarter time. And Rams supporters would be feeling quite a bit better right now than they were about 25 minutes ago. The Penrith team lead by 18 points at quarter time with the only 3 goals of the term. They are 3 goals won, 19. The Balmain Dockers just the one behind in that first quarter. And the goal kickers, Tim Cummins has a couple, and Josh Onassis from a ruck free kick has kicked the third. Penrith leading by 18 points at quarter time. Just about set for the second quarter here. Penrith with the only 3 goals of the game in the first term. They lead 19-1 over the Balmain Dockers. Philby, what can you see happening in the second quarter? The Dockers need goals and they need them early.
Yeah, well, I think there's danger signs already. Balmain started pretty well in the first quarter, but Penrith just seem to have control now. Their players are getting their hands on the ball, they're hitting targets, and their forwards look dangerous. I mean, Chivas hasn't even kicked goal yet, but they just look more dangerous, and when Balmain go forward, they not sure where they're going to get it from, although, Tom Head up there and he's a very good player, so he is capable.
Umpire throws it in the air. Woodford does his own roving. Kicks it inside forward 50. Shivers had to stop and wait. Running onto the football was Payne. Probably should have, but luck's a fortune because it bounced past the full-back and landed straight in the lap of Blake Roberts, who has kicked the goal from 1 metre out, and there is real trouble now for the Balmain Dockers.
Yes, he's averaged 2 goals a game this year, Blake Roberts, so he's on the way. So, great start for the Rams in the second quarter of the Division 2 2011 Grand Final, and danger signs, as I said, at the first bounce. There's even more now, and the Cowboys back.
That was not me.
For me.
Matt Hill here calling from Rose Hill. Big punch, Woodford in the ruck against Jones. This time Balmain winning it early. Azar over it, can't hold it. There's Roney, he's been strong in the first quarter, he was. Woodford trying to wrap it up, eventually gets a hand pass over the top. There's Joe Britton, gets his foot to it, sends Balmain inside 50. There hasn't been much of that. And a good mark taken there by Plug. Plugged right into his mitt.
Well, he has to kick it, doesn't he, even at this early stage?
Yeah, emergency umpire just.
Yes, he's laying down the law to the Balmain water boy, thinking he was camping out there near the centre square a bit too long.
He likes it.
He's kicked it.
Very good goal there from Plug. The first for Balmain's Division 2 Grand Final.
They needed it, don't worry about that. Penrith 4-1-25, Balmain 1-1-7. Just repeating, earlier today in Division 5, it was Southern Power 8-4-52 over Manly Warringah 4-13-37. In the Under-18 Challenge Cup, it was Campbelltown 11-10-76 over Manly Warringah 7-3-45. And in Division 4, it was a win to Moorebank over Penrith. Penrith kicking 8-6-54 to Moorebank's 11-7-73.
Good little downfield free kick there to Allison. He took a free kick. Ball falling for Schroot. Runs
time.
inside
Kick
50.
the goal. Oh.
Kicks from 45 straight to the man. Right in front of him, the ruckman Jones couldn't have picked a taller bloke to kick it to. Schroot has the second attempt. It's no good as well. Mark can't be taken for Robinson, as Clark was way too tall for him, and he taps it over the boundary line.
I apologise, that was 10-13, 73 to Moorebank, just giving them an extra goal. So
I'm sure after a few frothies tonight, the score won't matter to them.
Oh, they'll have won by 100 by then, I would have thought. As we see Boyd swing the ball around the corner, back towards defensive 50. Oh, great mark, Woodford.
He's a bit outnumbered there, Britton, against the tall fellow. He tried to push him out of the way, but just wasn't big enough.
And just the long reach of the arms, wasn't he? He was out of position, Woodford, but managed to get those tentacles across.
He's only kicked 2 goals this year, the big fella.
Yes, he's 30-year-old ruckman.
Not sure about how he's holding it.
It's only his second year of football, Philby, as the kick lands in the goal square, and that is a strong mark taken in the square by the Dockers. And that was taken by Clark, who's clearing ball to Britton, missed by Carey. It's to go again.
I don't think he disposed of that correctly.
He threw it, said the umpire, and the free kick coming back to Penrith.
So just down in the back line, he looks like Bennell. Looks like he's just going to play off his man and maybe just drop in front of Shivers. He's been picked up by Clark.
And the ball will be brought long inside forward 50. It's going to land in the goal square. Bit of a shepherd there on Roberts. Umpire didn't see it. Shivers out of the pack, was it? No. It was Shelley, and he's kicked it behind.
We saw a goal this season from that almost that same spot in the previous game.
Well, he should have went along the ground, shouldn't he? Jake Sultana, that was kicking that goal in the Division 4 game. There's a strong mark taken here by Halliday as the emergency umpire heads out towards the Water Boys again. I'm sure they've got more important things to worry about than that.
Probably not. They don't have much to do at all, really.
A quick turnover goes to Tom Hall. His hand pass, he got dragged off the football.
Interesting that he took one water runner off, but not the other.
The other one has already copped the spray from him earlier as the ball comes back towards centre half forward for the Dockers. Boyd, was he held? The umpire got knocked offline. There did Bertram by the players coming through. Great smother laid on Jewel Ferguson. Trying to pick it up now was Carr, couldn't do so. Jewel Ferguson breaks out of the pack, kicks towards full forward, arriving at the back. Man in front will get that. It was a good effort from the Balmain player at the back in plug, but it's always going to the man in front on that occasion. And his kick was excellent to find Wright.
Wright sends it outside the centre square, finds Schroot. He's got some speed, has one bounce and another, can go further if he wants. Gets a good shepherd, sends it inside 50. Coming from the side was Edwards. And a kick that was touched.
Rushed through off the boot of the Balmain player, who is a little bit ginger there in the goal square.
Look at the emergency umpire, just getting a bit of game time. Obviously he hasn't been selected for the big dance. He's been told to put the tracksuit on, so he's just going to mingle out there as Wright. Checking a little hand pass across to Schroot. Wanted to give the tap on to the skipper, Bradley. Couldn't do so. In a bit of trouble. Shivers bowled over by a dodgy bounce. Running hard onto it with the Balmain player. Sends it inside the centre square. The ball just bouncing through everyone. That's Reichman. Good tackle coming from Edwards. He's riding his back. The ball just popping out the side. They ball up. It'll be interesting now. There's it. Yep. Maybe they're mates.
Maybe saying,
Well,
look, I need a drink.
Yeah.
We've got an injury here for a Rams player who's limping off the ground.
Well, and that's a big one too. Yeah, David Bradley.
So play on down at the sort of arc there for Balmain. Coming across, can't take the mark. Little shepherd missed there by Carr. Hand pass over the top there was Reichard. They link a couple. The left footer taken out late was
Well done.
Anassis. Everyone's just slipping over. I wonder if the boys have underestimated. It's pretty slippery out there. I wonder if at half-time the boys will just change the stops if they can.
I don't think at Division 2 you'll find many of them having 2 pairs of boots. This emergency umpire is really laying down the law. I don't think he's seen a ball kicked. He'll get in the way in a minute.
Let's hope so. Ball kicked. It's right to the hot spot. Mark can't be taken by anyone. Hard at it was Underwood, and he's rid of him.
Of course, that emergency umpire is Dean Garraway, number 11, getting involved.
Wonder if he'll buy the DVD. Well, you can go and buy all your DVDs at www.digitalsports.com.au. Mark taken by Nathan Allison, squares it up. Good mark.
It had to be a good kick, and it was.
Ben Robinson plays on quickly. He's got numbers to the far side. Schroot, good mark.
At the moment, they're pinpointing and hitting targets beautifully, the Rams, and they probably could be a little bit further in front.
Well, Balmain has worked hard to get here today. Beat Auburn by 5 points in the elimination final. Sydney University they knocked off by 63 in the first semi, and then another thriller last week. They beat Parramatta by 6 points, Holroyd Parramatta, after coming from 16 down with 10 minutes to go.
Oh, the goal umpire's down. Goal umpire down.
He's not going to have seen that. She, sorry.
Well, she's seen enough. It's a goal.
Thank you very much. Emergency umpire, get out there.
Taylor Mattioli, or is it Kathy Garraway? It would be the goal umpire.
What an effort getting up
She's
and
done
just
really
saying,
well, hasn't
yes,
she?
it was a goal.
Nice goal there, though, boys.
In fact, both the goal umpires are female in this game, so good on them, Kathy Garraway and Taylor Mattioli, getting the job today.
I'm going to say that was a Kathy down there.
The field umpires, Chris Hayter, number 38, Gavin Bertram, number 39, the boundaries, David Harding and Angus Heritage. But Penrith are in control, leading by 26 points in this second quarter, and Balmain really have no answers at the moment. Joey Britton gets a free kick, gives it off quickly, bombed it long towards half forward. Hall missed with the fist. Trying to go through there was Roney. Kick out of defence. Knocked away there from the advantage of Allison, but he recovers. Handballs to his own advantage. Arriving with a solid hip and shoulder was Underwood, but he kept going. Shivers. Hasn't really stamped himself yet. Kicks to the centre. Terrific grab from Cottrell. Floating in from the front to take the mark. Changed his mind about a centering kick. Goes long towards the forward 50. Azar with the sit. Head should have taken the mark at the back. Couldn't. Jewel Ferguson got it over the top. Here goes Edwards. Goes to himself. Gave it to Hall. Back to Edwards. And the Rams come away through Daniel Schroot.
Yeah, he's been very effective in this game early, has Schroot. Sends this one inside, finds Shivers, the vice-captain of the Penrith team. Goes wide again, plenty of galloping room, but he's going to get run down. Redfern just got his hand pass away, very luckily there. Good run from Plug, good chase. Gets the hand pass over the top, Roberts, shot on goal. Mark Cummins, goal. Made it a lot harder for himself, but that's his third for the day. Doesn't he like it?
And it's his 50th goal of the year too, guys. Tim Cummins, 15 games, 47 goals coming in. The 3 takes him to his half century. And you'd think at any level, if a team finds 2 players to kick 50 goals in the season, they're going to go all right, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and they are going all right. They're going on to have premiership medals around their neck at the moment. I know it's early in the second quarter, but they are playing all over the Dockers at the moment.
Well, at the moment, the Dockers just don't have like a lead up forward to hit.
And Head should be doing that role. He's not getting in the game at all at the moment.
Long ball quick out of the centre. Came from Fremantle inside 50. It was a good little pass, wasn't it? And
was that 15?
Yeah, definitely.
I was about to ask, was it 50? Because he was tackled well after taking the mark. It's going to be a shot on goal for the Dockers, and Brad Plug really has no option but to kick it.
He is their only goal kicker at the moment.
And he snuck it home just inside the left goal post. Second one for Brad Plug, his 8th for the year. And the Dockers move to 2 goals, 1-13, well in arrears of Penrith at the moment. 6 goals, 3-39. 13 minutes just about gone in the second quarter. So we see senior coach Nick Fosdyke helping out on the bench for the Dockers, looking for some sort of inspiration to give to Big Show Dion Burke's boys.
I'd be getting ahead and getting a message or pull him off and just have a chat to him and say something like, hey mate, you've played first grade all year, how about we see a little bit something from you? And I tell you what, very interesting, the emergency umpire is getting up the water boys, but he's not making the runners run through the race either.
No, they don't have to, mate.
They don't have to.
If there's only one, they don't have to, Muzz. If there's two, they do.
No, I don't think that's a rule anymore, Roger. I'm not 100% right.
I might go see our...
Well, no, it used to be, but
I believe it is if there is two runners. They're not allowed to have two on the ground at the same time, and they have to...
I know that was the rule, but I'm pretty sure that changed.
Either way...
Controversy in the box.
I'm an ex-runner, I know my rules, don't you worry about
Well, they do have two, Balmain, so you might be just right.
So we've got a free kick going to Balmain. Bit of discontinuation from the Penrith players. Woody didn't like it. Crashing the pack there was Denton. Roney, he's been good all day. Losing his footing at a bad time was Payne. Head over the ball was Halliday, and he'll win a free kick.
Yeah, you knew there he was going to give away the free kick, right? I'm not sure why he really went into it.
Ball to play on. He's going to come to the grandstand side. Azar camped under it. Coming over the back there was Head with those big rangy arms. There's Aussie Joe Britton. The hair all over the place. Where did his headband? Usually there's the headband. This is Azar. A couple of the Premier Division Balmain players just linking up here. Trying to direct a bit of traffic. Got told to play on. He's going to come down the line to the top of the 50. Good mark from behind Woodford. Hasn't he taken a couple of strong pack marks today?
Yeah, he's been good.
The ruckman, Wright and Woodford having a big show in this game so far. And Nassus, he's been good when called upon. Shivers, little tip to himself, another one, got a little bit of a hold, plays on, goes one way and the other, falls over at a bad time. A hand pass, a turnover. That was Bennell. Shivers making up for his mistake before, gets a little hand pass, can't hold it, was O'Connor, his boots were too flash for him. Now another little turnover, just breaks down for Penrith.
Bush dispossessed, and then he's caught his stand high in Roney, and it'll come back to Bryce Roney with the free kick.
A couple of ball heads there.
And David Bradley is another one. He's actually moving a little bit freer down on the bench for Penrith. I'd certainly like to get him back out there, despite the fact they're travelling well. The hand pass given off from Roney. Denton goes with the switch, and what a good one it was. Edwards dropped the mark. Now he's under pressure from Plug, who's beaten two of them. Hall also in contention there.
Did Brantley.
He did very well, did Plug. Got the hand pass across to Fremantle. Kicks towards half forward. Camped under the ball. There was Keane. He got dispossessed. Head. Kick on the left. Wind gathers that one. It sits up for Redfern. His little kick around the boundary line. They've got the numbers, Penrith. It'll come out to Roney. He goes down towards the wing. Front spot belonging to Cooper. Got a hand pass through to Plug. Fell over.
Dragged it in, surely.
And now he's got himself into a bit of trouble. The football's come out, and that might save him. But dragged back in a second time. Finally, they get the kick forward for Balmain. It's sat up nicely. Oh, Woodford treats Jewel Ferguson like a rag doll. Britton got it back to Jewel Ferguson, who fumbled and then got bumped off the football. Kick out to open space. Sets up the foot race. Tap down. That was clever. The glove going again. Adam Sharp hand passes over the line. And the Balmain crowd not happy with that. Get a throw in.
Good work there from the Rams defence, though. They were under pressure then, and they kept fighting hard and got it out of there.
So the boundary throw-in right in front of the Brains Trust for Balmain. Aussie Joe win first possession. Sends it long to the hot spot. Mark can't be taken. That was Kiprianu. Couldn't do it. Running hard at the ball. This is Bush. Just throws Tom Hall away, and that'll be a free kick.
A couple of undisciplined things there from Bush in the last few minutes.
Frustration maybe for Marcus Bush. as Tom Hall goes to the wing. What a good kick that is. Puts it to the advantage of Woodford. Right, in fact, sorry, right.
They look similar,
They've
don't
both
they?
got dirty, great big beards on.
And Shivers takes the mark in front of the out of position Clark.
I think he should have a shot. He's more than capable of kicking a goal from here. I've seen him kick many a goal from this distance.
Yes, he's got good distance on his kicks, Dale Shivers. He'll kick from about 48 metres out. And if he puts this through, well, the margin will be beyond 5 goals. The kick's on its way. He's hung it out to the near side. And one behind only.
And the skipper's coming back on for the Rams.
Can play cricket, Dale Shivers. He plays my cricket club, the Glenmore Park Redbacks. He can wield the willow very nicely. Old Dale. So this kick coming to the arc mark can't be taken there by Fremantle. This is O'Connor. He's got the flash boots on for grand final day. Sets this one up about 40 out. Shivers couldn't take the mark that time. Little hands from Clark to Britton. Doing well there is Wright.
Throat.
I don't know about those blokes that are good at whatever sport they try. I just don't think that's fair.
No. Coming from someone who's tried a fair few sports and still hasn't found his niche.
I can be good at bad at all sports, so I reckon that's
It's just as hard, isn't it? Free kick for a push in the back going to Roney here.
I'll tell you what, the Balmain fans are just not very happy with the umpires.
I don't think the umpires have got much to do with it. I think Penrith are playing really good football at the moment.
This was a 1 metre downfield free kick taken by Woodford, and the mark was sharked by the Dockers. Kick to the wing.
Scotchery's gone all right so far for the Dockers.
Underwood goes long towards centre half forward. They need a mark, they don't get one. The bounce doesn't favour Plug. Kiprianu gathered and then got wrapped up by Redfern. Picked up here by Halliday. Quick tumble kick. Roney clearing ball. Burke, the coach, dropped the mark, probably should have held on to it. Woodford getting a lot of the football. Brings it out towards the wing.
Shivers on here on the lead.
Plays on quickly, and that'll be a 50. He's over the mark. He's gone over the mark, Underwood.
Yeah, it was technical, but it was there.
Yes, Mitchell Reinhard gets the 50. And the question is, does he get close enough to have a shot? The man on the umpire will set the mark at about 48 metres out. There's no one on the mark until now. So Reinhard kicks straight into it for the second time. This time he wasn't over the mark. Shivers goes for goal. It's well offline. It hit the post off hands. And it'll be a boundary throw. And he was going to signal out on the full, but
I thought so.
it was clearly off hands, and the field umpire made sure that it would be a throw in. 27 points the margin. 21 minutes gone in the second quarter. The Dockers in trouble. Quick kick from Underwood. Oh, this is real danger. Bounced off the head of Britton with the Falcon. Might get lost in there as it flicks out wide for Carey. Towards the line it goes. He keeps it in. Experience of Michael Carey. Gets the hand pass across. Britton goes back to Bush. He goes short. They need to move it quickly. They haven't got time to muck around. Carey goes down towards half forward. The mark unable to be taken there by Clark. And the pack will converge. In fact, the Rams will get it out. That was Denton. Roney. It's a hand pass across. It was Bradley, in fact. Kick to the centre of the ground. Easy mark taken for the Dockers. Quick turnover, quick play. Boyd wants to put on the afterburners. He's got Roney in pursuit. He has a couple of he's gone. He's gone, Roney, and Boyd kicks a goal.
Great goal.
What a fantastic major score. Jared Boyd. And they get across to him. Could that be the lifter right on half time?
Goals at work at the races on the corner of the vet.
I'm not sure if it's a hamstring. I think it's a knee.
He slipped, I think, and he just sort of But how good was that goal? That's a great running goal. And that's what Jared Boyd can do. I was just thinking that the Dockers probably need to get him, I'm thinking across half back, and they need to create some run out of the back line.
So, problems for Bryce Roney as he hobbles off the ground. You spotted something, Murray?
Yeah, the emergency umpire has pinged the 2-runner rule. Yet has something to do. He's just.
He hasn't paid a free kick.
I'm
Was
really
there
glad.
two out there, was there? Or?
There was two out there.
Well, he
really
should have paid a free kick then. He should have.
Were they from one team?
Yeah.
And now there's a free kick in the centre circle going to Balmain.
The umpires have read up on the rule book this week.
Outside the centre circle, I believe. A big fly from the back. 23 minutes have gone. It's a free kick to the Dockers.
Well, if I can get this one, how much confidence will this give them going into half time?
Andrew Clark.
He's been good for Balmain today, Clark.
Yeah, for
Done a bit of ruck
most
work.
of the game down in the back line. Yeah, a little bit of ruck work, and now he's gone forward. So a huge kick this, and that sound makes it even bigger as he kicks from 45 metres out and hits the post. It swung away on the breeze at the last second, and that is a sigh of relief for the Rams as Clark's kick misses. It's half-time here at Blacktown International Sports Park, and a 20-point lead to Penrith. Oh, feels like more, doesn't it? The Rams are 6 goals, 440. The Dockers are 3 goals, 220. The game is well and truly still alive, especially if Balmain can kick the first one after half-time. Goal scorers for the Rams, 3 to Cummins, and singles to Roberts and Anassis, and I'm one short again there too. I apologise.
Schroot.
Daniel Schroot with the other goal. While for Balmain, Plug has kicked a couple, and a terrific major just before half-time to Boyd. Half-time, it's the Rams by 20 points. We'll be back with you in about 10 minutes for the second half. Ready to go in the second half here at Blacktown International Sports Park, the Division 2 Grand Final. Penrith leading 6-4-40 to Balmain, 3 goals, 2-20. Murray Canallan.
Yeah, Woodford and Jones going in the first ruck contest of the second half. Early free kick to Fremantle. Sends it wide outside the square. Bit of running room there for Carey. Gets the hand pass over the top to Azar. Gets it back. Back inside to Fremantle. Couldn't hold it. Eventually gets his kick. Front spot there, I think, was Halliday. No, that's the big fella there, Bush, sorry. Good tackle laid by Clark.
He's got him. Wow. Really thought the umpire hater there was shaping to pay holding the ball.
Yeah, could have also been in the back too, straight away.
Haters out there too.
Ball thumped forward by Jones.
Oh, Reichman, cop that!
And a shot on goal. He's out of bounds on the full. But Reichman got unloaded, and Muzz just loves the big hits.
Tell you what, it was a clean hit too. It just copped him right in the sternum.
He almost fully somersaulted backwards, didn't he? Kick back into play is dangerous, and he's copped another one here. And this time it's a free kick to the Dockers.
Battering ran, kid.
And he just kept going. This time it's Jewel Ferguson. And look at the size of him against what was coming at him in Woodford.
He's only kicked 1 goal for the year. He only played the 6 games this level.
Alistair Jewel Ferguson comes in from 47 metres out. Kick hasn't quite got the legs. It's a mark to Clark. Andrew Clark sees a loose man, chips it inboard, and he's got Michael Carey. And the experienced Carey you would expect to go back and kick a goal here.
Well, we saw the Dockers finish the second term really well, so they can kick the first goal early in the third term, the premiership quarter. Who knows? It's been Penrith one-way traffic so far, but this could make the margin 14 points the difference.
Been around the block, Michael Carey. Played a lot of football, and, well, he spotted up the far post. Just didn't quite get it to come back. Through for a behind. Balmain 3-3-21. Penrith 6-4-40. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Big long kick outside 50. Shivers with the good hands. Said to me at half-time that he hadn't played too well. So look for a big half from him. Good mark. That's the skipper, Bradley. Kick laces out. Good punch from behind was Halliday. Cummins eventually gets boot to ball. Bit of a shocker. Can't hold it was Payne. Running hard at it there was Head, the NAB Rising Star nominee in the Premier Division. This one coming back through Shivers. He's had 2 big grabs early. Runs on, no man on the mark from 52. Spots a bloke in the square through Allison. A big punch from Balmain. Haven't they come out firing in this third quarter? Hard at the ball, Allison and Underwood. They just keep sneaking it inside. Here's Britton. Little hand pass over the top. Finds Jones, the ruckman. Here's once again the skipper. Geez, he's played well today, Bradley. He's led him from the front. He runs it across the line.
Yes, he just keeps going, doesn't he, David Bradley, who came off with an injury earlier on in the game, but he's back out there and going again. We see Bryce Roney is on the bench for Penrith with ice on the knee that we saw let go in that chase with Jared Boyd late in the second quarter. So it looks like they're a man down, Penrith, as the kick goes into the centre of the ground and Schroot sends it out wide. It wasn't a good kick. It's been chopped off by Underwood. Not a good hand pass there. Allison arrives. Underwood butters up his own mess. Kicks it well towards half forward this time and finds Azar. He goes in towards the pocket looking for Bush. Ball brought to ground there by Edwards. Running onto it here. A shot on goal. Might be home from Jill Ferguson. Jill Ferguson gets the first goal of the second half for the Dockers, and the margin is back to 13 points, and they are back in the contest.
He's had a couple of opportunities, Jill Ferguson. Good handball there from the big Bush, and Jill Ferguson finished it off, and 13 points the margin now. Very early in the third term.
Well, Schroot's kick just needed to hit a target in Shivers running forward before. That's where the turnover came. Poor kick. And the Dockers made their way up that far wing through a couple of nice little hand passes, as Philby said. And that's all she wrote. 13-point margin here, 4.5 through the big premiership quarter.
Yes, we're at the level where turnovers do get punished here in Division 2. As we see Britton leave the footy behind and then got tackled when he gathered it the second time. And a ball up is likely to result. In fact, Underwood manages to ferret it out. Kicks out towards Carey on the wing. Runs out wide. Can't get it to sit. Bradley arrives. Did he push him? No, said the umpire. Azar dives in on the football. Bradley wraps him up and this time gives away the free kick. Advantage is taken quickly. Long ball goes into the pocket looking for Bush. And a big fist from Edwards sees it over the line.
Yeah, although Edwards is given away, as we can see on screen there, plenty of kilos, he does come with a good punch from behind. So Bush not able to take that mark. He's going to do the ruck work here from the ensuing ball in against Wright. Wright wins the tap down, but only to the Dockers' Britton. Little hand pass comes out the side. Pretty sure that's Carey. Big Bush with a kick off the ground. He's going to run this one across the line there. Schroot. Plenty of calls for deliberate rushed, but they play on quickly to the wing. Mark can't be taken by Payne. The Dockers come through. Cottrell sends it. The kick not too good. Keane able just to keep the bounce in front of him. He's got it now. Little kick, gets it away. Tackle can't be laid by Reinhard. They just hack it out of the air. Water Boys go scurrying. Good hit off the ball. Bush. Good mark. Their front position at that time and a bit of running. Just checks which way the grass is blowing in the breeze as the sun pokes its head out through the clouds.
We haven't seen it for about 2 matches. It's been a little bit overcast out there, but in the late afternoon, of course we're 20-5 in the afternoon here.
He's only kicked 8 goals for the year, the big fella. Needs this one for his team. Looks good. Well, the Dockers, they're coming back big time.
Yes, it's back to just a goal the difference. And Penrith, who haven't scored in this quarter, are under the pump. The reserves beaten earlier today by Moorebank in an upset. They wouldn't want the same fate to befall the seniors. Balmain just are a team that hangs in there. They hang in and they hang in and they don't go away. And if you drop your game for a minute, they're all over you, and that's what's happening at the moment. Penrith 6-4-40, Balmain 5-4-34. And the Dockers have come from 5th to be here. And we've got a free kick being paid here, and it's going to Penrith for a hold to Bradley. And he'll hold it up. Goes towards centre half forward, looking for Cummins coming out. Couldn't quite pick it up. Allison taps it through. Toe poked by Woodford. Can the big fella bend over to pick it up? He can't. Finally got it, but the pack arrived. Then he laid a tackle. Underwood didn't have the ball. Umpire didn't see it. Little hand pass out. Shivers, is it? No. Snap back on goal from Shelley. Looks a bit like Shivers, doesn't he? Jake Shelley. And he's missed for the second time. A 7-point lead to Penrith, 6-5-41. Balmain 5-4-34.
And the Dockers letting goal kicker Cipriano spending all of this quarter on the bench so far. Doesn't look real happy either. Kicked 5 last week. But they are playing a lot better football.
Britton kicks to himself. He's going to kick this one outside 50 into the centre square. Shivers tried to use his body, but he fell over at the wrong time. That's Azar under that pack. Gone, says the umpire. Play on through Schroot. Finds the skipper Bradley on the wing in front of the grandstand. He's on the Balmain side. They're hoping for a big comeback to continue. Mark taken by Cummins. Strong pack Mark. Fretwell wanted the push.
Well, we know this man can kick the goal.
I think Cottrell thought it was touched as well. He was asking for that from the umpire.
He's kicked 3 straight today, Tim Cummins.
Sure if he can kick the distance from 55.
No doubt, Rhodesy. Maybe a little bit of doubt.
Breeze brings it back in. Play on. Britton gets the kick outside 50. They're going to go to the far wing this time. Going to win the race to it is Plug. He's outnumbered. Hand pass over the top. Smart. Keeps possession. Hacks it forward. Hacks it out on the full. Hacks it into the hill and nearly over the fence. Up the top there, the Rams photographer. Actually, I have to give a shout out to this bloke. Bloody good photographer. Uploads a stack of photos onto Facebook for everyone to see. So he does a good job for the Penrith club. Old mate there.
As the ball will come back, and of course it's always a bonus for any club to have good media people.
Hang on, Rosie. Breaking news. Emergency umpires out there again.
Going to a water boy. Just get off the ground, mate. It's not your game.
Well, he's got the sweatband out there for a reason.
As we see the pack converge, a strong tackle laid. And we'll get a ball up.
Geez, I wish it was Premier Division at the moment. We had these umpires mic'd up. Such a shame.
Ball back down. Quick kick out of the pack. Came from the Rams. Looked like O'Connor. And it is over the line for a boundary throw in at half forward. The sun shining in the late afternoon at Blacktown. We haven't had any rain. There was a possibility of rain forecast. Head over the top, won it down. Quick hand pass was a bit too hot. Tunnel ball through Cottrell. Diving into the contest was Carey. Underhand handball away. Head down, ducked was Bennell, and the umpire calls for it.
I wouldn't ride off the rain yet, Rosie. I reckon there's still a chance we could get some.
Well, it's actually quite dark looking across over the trees. I might try and get a spot on that at the next stoppage. In fact, there it is, very dark. So we hope that stays away at least for another quarter and a half.
You'd almost think the director was the cameraman, wouldn't you?
Tell you what, yeah, they go right, some of the cameramen. Not sure about the one today, but they generally go pretty well.
He's just a work experience kid, Bill.
Yeah,
it's all right, it's all right.
He is. At least we can't hear him today.
Ball back into play on the outer side of the ground. It's Jones up against Wright. One down by Wright. Quick kick out of the pack from Bush. Who's going to run onto this one? Shivers.
Looks like they've put him on the ball just as a bit extra in the engine room for Penrith.
Rams with the footy, short ball, and well chopped off by Jewel Ferguson. Plays on quickly, sends it down towards the 50. Plug needs the bounce, doesn't get it. And it's over for a throw in.
What'd you call him before, Phil? the cowboy?
There was a call of the cowboy from somewhere earlier on today. So, ball back into play. One down by the Rams through right. Foot raised. Jewel Ferguson leads it back. Had a fumble. Shivers. Toe pokes it forward. Gets the boundary line. Throw in.
So that must be the go-to move here for Jeff Payne. He puts Wright, who's played on the ball. He's also played in the back six a bit. He puts him into the ruck, and Shivers on the ball as well. Yeah, maybe when the chips are down, that's the go-to play as Shivers comes third man in.
The big guns put where the football is. That's the way to win grand finals. A good tackle here holding the ball. And it was paid to Sharp, who kicked towards half forward. Thump forward Bradley, but there's a free kick. And it's going to the Dockers.
I think he went a little early there.
Joey Britton has had a very good day for Balmain, hasn't he? As he plays on. Now he's made a bit of a mess of this. As soon as you give him a wrap, Bradley. High ball towards centre half forward.
The only one who put his eyes on the ball.
Jason Fretwell in between three Rams. He took that mark. Plays on. Goes again to the outer side. It goes over the head of Wright and Jones. Carey's there as the little man. Oh, great work by Nathan Wright. Backed himself and dived on the footy. Stopped Carey from getting away. Then he recovered first. Toe poked it back and he has to go and get it one more time. Jewel Ferguson laid the tackle on him. And eventually it's over the line. But Nathan Wright did a great job there just to hold that up for Penrith.
Yeah, it's always good to see a big ruckman having 2 and 3 goes at it. He probably just could have had... He just tried a little sneaky chip kick in the old little underground hand pass. Might have found his man.
Out the back goes the football. And there's a push in the back being paid here to Carey. Michael Carey with the footy. Sets it up towards half forward. The pack comes out from full forward. Knocked to ground. Who's there trying to get through was Fremantle. It fell to Bush. He kicked it back towards the hot spot. Punched down by the Rams. They've got the numbers at the fall of the ball. Was that Payne who kicked it away to the centre of the ground, slipping over Woodford. Also Shelley got dispossessed. Can't get through Bennell. Now he's wrapped up. Britton somehow won the footy. Kicked it forward. Big shove. Big shove there. He didn't like the decision.
Anastas has hurt himself, I think.
Keep an eye on that one. Bradley receives the footy. Goes around the wing. Has a bounce. He's got a man in pursuit. Chips it short. Went to the second of the two options and he's in trouble. Got a hand pass away. That was Stibbard. Now with the turnover, Azar sends it back up and high towards half forward. Bush marks, gives it off to Fremantle. Has a bounce, runs to 50, kicks beautifully and finds Plug.
He's just got to go back and kick the goal. He's got point on. I tell you, one guy I was going to mention before, Big Push. He's been leading up in this quarter and he's been really a target, whether he takes a mark or not, and he's set up a couple of goals so far.
Philby, the injury, we'll get back to that one as Brad Plug comes in for goal number 3 and he hits the inside of the post.
Good to see our emergency umpire just making sure the player comes off.
Now, come on.
And it's a worry for Josh Anastas as he's helped off by 2 trainers for Penrith.
They need him because he's that rotation in the ruck. Anastas, he's got a bit of time. That's 50.
Yes, a little bit lazy from Cooper. Gives away the 50-metre penalty. And
that should be 50 because Britton actually went across that way to try and do that.
Yeah.
I watched him, he started to go in.
I saw the whole thing.
And that should have been another 50.
Moves forward there by Payne inside 50. Cleared by Fremantle to the outer side. It's all Penrith out here. This is Sharp who picks it up. Swings back around onto the left boot. Loping kick towards the pocket. Allison, did he keep it in? He did get a hand on it before it crossed the line. And it's a boundary throw-in. We've now got 2 Rams sitting on the trainer's table, Roney and Anastas.
And we're almost done in the almost at the end of the third term, boys, and so far the Rams have only scored 1 point for the quarter.
There's 2 goals, 3 for Balmain. It's a 6-point ball game, 6-5, playing 5-5. Hand pass out from Cottrell. Toe poke forward. Bush works it out the back. Great smother there by Jules Ferguson. Running through for Penrith. The kick goes inside 50 to Shivers.
Good kick, O'Connor, that was.
Luke O'Connor of the coloured boots.
Dale Shivers yet to kick a goal. His team really needs one now.
Well, he hasn't really stamped any authority on the game at all for the undoubted class he's got, Dale Shivers, and I think he knows that. There's Cipriano, who prepares to come back on for Balmain. He's another key player who hasn't done a lot yet. Shivers, meanwhile, needs it to swing back. It's a behind.
And I think this is the first time Cipriano's been on for the quarter.
Yes, he's just standing down here on the wing. 70 goals for the season in his 20 games. And I can't recall him really touching it. It was a big kick, that one, from Fretwell. And now he's sneaking inside 50 on his own. Oh, Tom Hill makes the save. Goes with a short pass. Well, asked a bit of Denton, but he was up to the challenge. Moved it quickly to Denton, down towards the wing. Strong tackle has been laid here on Cottrell.
Can tackle, Bradley. He's laid a few today. Sorry, Payne.
Good decision. He never had any prior opportunity. He was tackled as soon as he took the ball.
So a ball up just forward of centre wing in favour of Penrith. The margin is 7 points. Jones flicked it over his head. Bradley toe poked it forward. Running onto the football is Robinson. Is it in? It's not. Philby, you're not so sure?
I think it was line ball. I think the umpire had to look through about 4 people on the bench in the way, so I'm not sure that he saw it. But
he might have decided on where Robinson's legs were as he ran.
It was borderline.
Doing the ruck work again, right. Cummins at the fall of the ball. Just curls it round on the right. Good kick, good mark. Robinson over his shoulder.
Tough one though, Rosie. I don't think we've seen too many people kick goals from that spot before.
With a bit of a dead pocket, this one.
If I was Cummins, I'd be leading into that hole to try and get it back.
Certainly a big one there. Nathan Wright, he's just having a bit of a squirt. He's not going to go into it.
20-year-old goal sneak Robinson, personal trainer. 73 games he's played for the Rams and came from Blue Mountains Junior, so a local product.
This one missing everything. Seen that a couple of times today. Running out the ball, there's Halliday. Just hacks it forward.
Need to go harder there, Britton.
King goes
think
back.
You'd know better as a Premier Division player.
Well, maybe the reason he's down here today.
Good mark. Coming with the flight of the ball, Reinhard. Getting in the way of Cummins. I think Cummins was a bit upset there. He thought another big one.
No, Cummins probably would kick the goal without a doubt.
Right on the siren, Shivers has put it through, but it was too late. It's three-quarter time, and the Dockers have controlled that quarter. They kicked 2 goals, 3 for the term. Penrith could manage just 2 behinds. And at the final change, it is on again. It's a 7-point lead to the Rams. They are 6 goals, 6-42, leading Balmain 5 goals, 5-35.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we saw Balmain charge home last week against Holroyd Parramatta with 4 goals in the last 10 minutes to get up by a kick. So they would certainly have a little bit of run left in their legs. You asked the question of Penrith. They seem to have a couple of injuries. The pressure is on them. 6-6-42 Penrith, 5-5-35 Balmain at three-quarter time. Goal scorers for the Rams. Cummins has 3, and singles to Schroot, Roberts and Onassis. For Balmain, 2 goals to Plug, and singles to Jewel Ferguson, Boyd and Bush. Three-quarter time, the Rams by 7 points. We've got 1 more to go for the day. 1 more premiership is still on the line. Who's going to win it? Join us in 2 or 3 minutes to find out. Well, they call the third quarter the premiership quarter. That decided not a lot. All it did was brought Balmain right into this game. We have one quarter to go in season 2011 in Division 2. Penrith enter it with a 7-point lead, 6-6-42 to Balmain 5-5-35. And we've got to wait for a gate to be closed on the outer side of the ground.
And while we do that, I'll just a quick shout out to one of our listeners out there, Craig Willis, at home in Penrith, just doing a bit of study. Thought he'd tune in and listen to a couple of his Penrith Ram mates. He said, "Don't choke."
Might better have a shout out to the guys watching down on the Barbie, having a great day, the Norwest Jets. Cheryl Rhodes also probably watching at home too, so hello Mum. Quick out of the centre as we start the final quarter. The kick came from Balmain. Hand pass up came from Keane. Running onto the football, O'Connor had a fumble. Jones tapped it away. Ball worked towards the boundary line. Allison's in there. Keane's across there as well. Hand pass came away. That was by the Rams player. Looked like Cummins up the ground. Towards half forward it goes. No mark taken there by Bush. Flicked out the back. That was Keane. Goes over the top by handball to the line. And over for a throw in. 6-6-42 Penrith. 5-5-35 Balmain. A low scoring grand final.
And that is Cummins onto the ball.
So they've gone for the big guns again, Penrith. Jewel Ferguson taps it back into the pack. Can't get through Jones. Plug. Gets a hand pass back over his shoulder. Bush tries to run through Denton but misses out. Quick kick forward for Balmain. Goes inside 50. It doesn't go inside 50. In fact, it goes out of bounds on the full.
And the wind, I think, it's been windy all day, but I think it's got a lot stronger at the moment, boys. So going to be difficult to pinpoint passes.
So dropping the easy mark there, Schroot. The ball just sat up on him. Kick inside 50 for Balmain early. Running over it was Reichman. Ball running over the boundary line. Yes, if you just have a quick look at those big gums in the background. Oh, he's on fire today, the cameraman. Look at that. You'd have to think that's a 10 to 15 kilometre breeze coming from the west.
Directly behind us, I think, as it's been coming all day. So there's no advantage to either team.
Woodford and Bush go at it. Schroot has been good. One of Penrith's best today. That one a little bit too far. Winning the foot race to the ball will be Burke. Squares up, sends it inside the centre square. Good punch coming from behind for Penrith. Oh, taking them on again is Boyd. Can run. Kicked a great goal earlier on today. Good punch from behind. Edwards gets the bounce, looks up. Hand pass over the top coming through. Hall gives it back to Edwards. Had to have gotten rid of it. That could have been a little bit high for Carey, and it was. Play on the call. Turns. Sends him back inside 50. All on his lonesome Plug. Geez, he's had a good day, the little fella Plug.
You'd want to play well with pink boots on, wouldn't you?
You call him pink?
I would. Look at him on the screen here in front of us.
Oh, that's a bit... yep, the back of them there.
Definitely pink boots, Brad Plug, as he looks for his third goal.
What a goal this will be if he can kick it, but it's just fading away to the left-hand side, one behind.
This could be a very handy lead for the Rams, given how windy it is. Very hard to kick goals.
Dangerous kick in has been dropped. Here's a snap around the corner. Look at this!
Great goal.
Reichman, if you don't mind, squares the score up. And there goes your lead, Penrith. Just as Philby mentioned it, that it was important, Reichman kicks a fantastic goal and scores are level at the 3.5-minute mark of the final quarter. Penrith 6-6-42, Balmain 6-6-42, and it really is anybody's ball game right now.
Yeah, that's a great goal. Yeah, the best way to kick him on a day like today, just don't think about it, put it on the boot.
Well, as Philby was saying, how he thought the leader was going to say, well, it's going to be important that Penrith don't turn the ball over, and straight away the kick inside the corridor coming from the centre bounce.
Have a look at the centre bounce set up all on one side.
That's been happening a little bit today. I reckon they're just hedging their bets. Schroot with his head over it, got dispossessed. No, he didn't. He still got it. Comes out of the pack. Good kick to the advantage of Robinson. He's got to turn around. He's got O'Connor streaming downfield in those fluorescent boots. Poor kick. Merrick's got it. Has a bounce. Good Shepherd coming from Fretwell. They go upfield to centre wing. Running onto it, but couldn't take the mark was Clark. He was under pressure from one of the Penrith boys. I've just lost. But right pretty much on the Balmain side of centre wing. Nearly 5 minutes through this fourth quarter. Div 2 grand final. Denton getting at the crumbs from the boundary throw in.
It's come off somebody's boot and it's out of bounds on the full.
I reckon he's knocked that onto his foot and it's just rebounded over the top. Unlucky there for Jones, the ruckman.
Ball kicked forward by the Rams. Towards half forward it goes. Picked up from Balmain. Calls to Britton. He goes back inboard. Opportunity here for Penrith. Hand pass goes back a long way. Pressures on Edwards. Dropped the ball. Yeah, no one had hold of him though, so it was play on.
Push, big tackle.
And he gives away a free kick for high contact. And it looks like Wright is it to get it. Or is it Woodford? It's Woodford. He goes out wide to the wing, just inside the line. Mark taken there. Like
it's Cummins,
I thought it was. Plays on, kicks towards half forward. Big fist over the top from Eden Bennell. And it's over for a boundary throw-in.
Change happening down there. Stibbard off and Payne, the tackling machine, coming on. He'll add a bit of forward pressure for the Rams.
And they'll have to do it the hard way, the Rams. They're down to 2 on the bench, so it'll be a big effort if they can get up from here.
We'll see another boundary throw in here.
He should have recalled one about 2 minutes ago.
Well, he's throwing it right into the teeth of this wind, so it's not an easy job. He does a better effort that time. Ball brought to ground. Who wants this the most? Thumped forward by Bradley. Running through was Bennell. Dispossessed. Kick off the ground. Jewel Ferguson. Penrith player goes to ground. Behind the play. Wright kicks it up towards half forward. Bennell. Not paid. Didn't quite get enough on it, said the umpire. Coming away from centre half back, the Dockers. Towards the telecast wing goes the football. Boyd, did Bradley have the ball? Umpire said he did. Allison tries to sell the dummy, then goes by himself with the hands. Cottrell rode him well. Hand pass to himself, Allison. Then he got unloaded, so he needs support. Payne overran it. Boyd chips back over the top. They've got a loose man in position, and it's Underwood.
Underwood just inside his defensive 50. A few players losing their footing at key times. This one going wide, centre wing. That's Nathan Wright taking the mark. One of the big tall keys for Penrith today. Just chips this one. Probably a good 30-40 metres. Good mark. Strong mark coming from Roberts. Man on the mark, Boyd.
Shivers wants it in front of him. Goes that way.
To the 2-on-1. Falling at the back of the packs. Robinson for the lead. But it's not a major. Snuck it to the left-hand side. One behind. 6-7-43 leads Balmain. 6-6-42. Probably should have finished that, Rosie.
Wouldn't have minded having a left foot running in from that angle, would he?
He just got to keep it low too. He probably gave it a little bit too much there.
So the Rams are back in front by a point. Little hand pass. Here's trouble. Fretwell has given his mate all sorts of trouble. Shivers won't miss this. Shivers doesn't miss this. And the Rams are out by 7.
Get around him, doesn't he like that one, boys? Big fist bump.
Finally gets himself into this one. Dale Shivers. It's hard to keep a good man down. And the Rams are out by 7 points. They're 7-7-49. Balmain 6-6-42. 8.5 minutes in the final quarter. And the left-hand side of this grandstand erupted. Jeff Payne on screen, barking instructions.
And now it's back to you, Balmain. What can you come up with? 7-point lead in these conditions.
And we just saw on screen there Josh Onassis having a bit of a jog around the boundary line, so we might not have seen the last of him.
We said it before when Penrith made the mistake coming from their kick-out. Cost them a goal, and the same thing has happened to Balmain coming out of their own half. I think in the breeze, you've probably just got to go on, really. Not muck around with it. like we've seen both teams do so far.
As the wind certainly not favouring either team. It's straight across the ground.
And great tackle there from the big ruckman, Woodford.
So I'll have a secondary bounce just to the outside of the two big circles here at Blacktown Olympic Park. Azar winning it down to Britton. Cheeky little hand pass over the top, finds Carey. Inside 50 for the Dockers. Big pack converges. Right with a good hands to Edwards. The two Pennant Hills ex-players stream Penrith out to the outer wing. Big few sort of 15 minutes or so coming up in this Div 2 grand final. Good pressure from Robinson. The ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
Edwards, of course, Campbelltown, Muzz.
Sorry, mate.
Back from the Blues after a couple of years.
Him and Shivers, that's
yes.
right. My bad.
Right, of course, you're correct. Returning after a long stint with Pennant Hills since playing in the 2002 grand final in the 18s for Penrith. Quick kick out of that pack for Balmain from Jones. Britton in the flight of it and hits the ground running. Kicks it down towards half forward. No one able to take the mark there. Clark tries to get clear, can't do so. Edwards lays a strong tackle. Jewel Ferguson gets a hand pass up. Clark slipped at the important time. Bradley also went to ground. Britton backed up his work, got it around the boundary line, and it bounced just inside and went over. And they can reset here, Balmain.
Poor play from Jewel Ferguson out of half-back. Britton was running out and he's telling him to kick long instead of blocking for his teammate. If he had a block, Britton could have ran it to half forward.
So we are nearly 11 minutes through the fourth quarter. The ball thrown in over the back of everyone. Couple of sneaky hand passes, finds Wright. Kicks it into the centre square. Bad bounce. Finds the gloves of Sharp. The race on. Cummins wins to the ball. Got held off it from Halliday, I thought. No free kick. The P's been swallowed by the umpires. Running hard at the ball there. I thought it was Robinson.
No, he's got the mark
now.
Played on.
He's got a man in the square.
He's got it anyway. He's kicked it himself, Robinson.
Well, he had to kick it. And he did. What a great goal.
And that is big. Penrith answering the challenge after being caught by the Dockers early in this last quarter. They've snuck back out by 13 points. They're 8-7-55 Penrith. Balmain 6 goals, 6-42. Robinson, his first goal for the day. 36th goal for the year. He's been an important player as the Dockers chant goes up, Philby.
Almost 12 minutes into the final term of the season. And you would think that should be enough. 13 points in these conditions. They've just lifted a level this quarter, Penrith. They've been tackling a bit harder. And have started in here, the big fella. He's been really hitting the packs hard.
Just saw a snippet of what is a very good crowd here in the grandstand at Blacktown.
Azar. Ball coming down. Kicks Balmain forward. Bush. He's been good today. A little hand pass to Carey. Gives a bit of ground, maintains possession. That was Jones. Kicks him inside. Little tap over the top. There's Hall. Gets a hand pass as he regathers it. Finds Reinhard. Shrugs one tackle. Kicks inside of the centre square. Held off it there. The 14, Payne. And you'll get no, he won't get the free kick. The free kick will go to Cottrell. Right next to the centre square. Goes to the far wing. Good punch from behind was Reinhard. Gets the hand pass across. Here's Schroot. Got a bit of room to run. Kicks it forward. Coming at the pack. Cummins. Strong mark from Balmain.
Fretwell. He does play on. Two Dockers spoil each other, Azar and Jones. The hand pass came out. Britton's in with a chance again here. Can he get through? He got knocked away from it. Quick kick over the top. Here is an excellent mark. Hits the ground running. Does Payne inside 50. Handball to his own advantage just before being tackled. Underwood got it across to Fretwell. Kicks to open space. Who's going to get there first? Cummins gets a hand pass back over his head. Doesn't sit for Allison. Does so for his teammate. Back to Cummins. Onto the right boot. This is on line. Oh, the mark was dropped, but Roberts has to go off the ground. Roberts had time to recover, and Penrith might be on their way to a premiership now, and they might be on their way to Division 1. There are heads down in the Balmain camp. And the Rams look like they have done the damage now. They go to 9 goals, 761. Balmain, you can see the supporters there, not many smiles. They're 6-6-42. Rams by 19 points. I think they're home, Philby.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought it might have been after the last goal, but definitely now. And they're not going to let this one slip, I wouldn't think. They've played the better football this quarter and probably the better football the whole game. Balmain were good in the third quarter, but they've been the best side all day so far.
I've got to give a shout out there to Schroot, who laid the shepherd for Cummins to get the kick into the goal square. This time, Penrith go on the attack. Cummins, hand pass over the top. Roberts to seal the deal. There it is. And that'll be it. Penrith will be your Division 2 Grand Final winners for 2011.
3 goals to Blake Roberts, 2 in the last couple of minutes to seal the game. And the Penrith crowd are going ballistic. Some excitement from Jeff Payne on the bench. The runner was going nuts there on the screen as that goal tumbled through. The Rams by 25, 10-7, 67 to 6-6, 42.
Well, it's been a great contest so far, but Penrith, they can enjoy the rest of the game. There's nothing better when you're in front of the grand final and you just know you're going to win it. I know it's still only 4 goals, but I think it's all over.
Less than, I suppose, you might have 6 minutes left, I suppose. They've got to kick 5 goals. It's not going to happen.
O'Connor running hard onto the ball. There's the skipper, and won't he be proud tonight, the boys? Bradley running hard at it. Here's Boyd. He's an absolute running machine. This fella scored an unreal goal earlier today. Here's Allison. Haven't seen much of him since the first quarter. Sends it wide across the hill to Schroot. Can't take the mark, but he's got plenty of numbers. They need a bit of talking. Schroot, he's going to get run down from behind. Got rid of it in the end. Little chip pass over the top for Balmain. Almost leaving it behind was Underwood. Gets it over the top. Finds Carey, who found Britton. He got a little hand pass over the top. Jewel Ferguson, he's been good. So says fella. Little Joe Britton. Hand pass finds Fremantle. Leaves it behind. Shivers. He's been told to go back to the back 6 to shore this up. Bradley kicks inside 50. Mark taken. And what a big fourth quarter this kid's had. Blake Roberts.
Been massive, Blake Roberts, in the last quarter.
Little kick over the top. Finds Schroot.
And he deserves to get himself another goal. He's worked hard all day, Daniel Schroot.
It makes the old man of the match voting very hard with the fourth quarter Blake Roberts has had. He's really helped seal the deal for Penrith today. This one will just be the cherry on top as we have a bit of a late interchange. Coming on Stibbard, replacing Reinhard. Schroot for the cherry on the premiership trophy. There it is.
Dale Schroot finished off his day beautifully with a nice goal. 2 goals today, and that wasn't an easy kick, I can tell you. That was not an easy kick in these conditions, and that's a very nice goal, and he can celebrate now. He can shout the bar now.
That's right. Plenty of frothies down the red cow tonight, I would think.
5 unanswered goals to Penrith since the scores were level at 6-6, 42 apiece. That was at the 8-minute mark. They've kicked 5 goals in 10 minutes, Penrith, to put this contest to bed. Balmain Brave came from 5th spot on the ladder, won 3 sudden death finals to get here. They were in with a chance in the last quarter. Penrith, the minor premiers, for a reason, and they've been too good. As the ball comes out the back, Jewel Ferguson got it across to Burke. The coach kicks inside 50. Mark was dropped. Snap from Cipriano. Haven't seen any of him today. He spent most of the game on the bench, and he's missed that one.
He's probably only had 2 touches, I think, and you're right. The second half, he's pretty much spent on the bench.
Redfern.
Plenty of chasing there, the big fella.
Redfern brings it out towards the wing. At the back, Underwood. Outmarks Shelley. Swings back around onto the right boot. Sends the kick long towards full forward. The fist in from Redfern. Quick kick, Cipriano towards the goal square. Shivers is back there. Puts it on the boot and clears the zone. O'Connor with a chance. Boyd beats him for it. Judged it a bit better. Boyd plays on, goes long up towards the forward pocket, down towards the goal square, knocked clear. Who wants this the most? It was Clark who got dispossessed. Kiprianu again gets around onto the left boot, kicks to the top of the square. No mark taken there. Rams holding firm. Schroot gives the hand pass off. Coming out of defence, the Rams. The kick goes down towards centre wing. Thumped away by Bush. Running again. Burke it was, in fact. He has to stop. This is Roberts again.
Oh, turn it up.
He's shown the dummy and stepped and handed the ball over the line. Murray not happy.
And just, boys, Josh Onassis, the big fella, got a big cheer. He's come back on the ground after being injured in the last quarter.
There'd have to be a couple of minutes left in this one.
Holding
free kick. Going to go the way of Sharp. Spots a target upfield. Finds Payne. Spins around. Kicks to the top of the square. Cummins wrestled his opponent off the ball. He's going to win the chase to it if he can just pick it up cleanly. He can't. Shepherds his man off the ball. Tries to get a little tap to O'Connor. Hanging around there is Onassis. Cummins squares up. Oh, good mark. Over the top.
Roberts
hand pass. What a goal. That's big Onassis. Straight on, shrugged off injury and gets a big grand final goal.
Gets his second goal. Matt Payne's just hobbled off the ground, and you're struggling to keep guys on the ground at the moment, Penrith, and it's usually you're trying to fight them to get back on. They all want to be on there when the siren goes, but they're struggling to walk at the moment.
I think Onassis has put that one into Snake Gully, so the emergency umpire's done the first good thing to do all day and just put a new ball in.
Yes, it's gone down into Narragansett Reserve here at Blacktown. The young fellas getting the job of jumping over the fence to retrieve it.
I wouldn't be retrieving it. That's $150 share, and I'd be going straight for the car park.
You'd be gone.
So the Penrith boys can be very happy with their work today.
36 points the difference, 6 unanswered goals since Balmain levelled the score 13 minutes ago. Free kick from umpire Hayter. Hand pass came off and then couldn't quite get a clean kick away. Now Shivers couldn't get through. Little hand pass up. Quick kick forward from Sharp towards half forward. O'Connor one way, Fretwell the other. Fretwell backed himself and went through. He keeps going. Then he had it stolen by Burke. He gets a kick up towards half forward. Who wants to get underneath this one? It's the Dockers. Clark gets around onto the right boot, goes towards goal. Across the face and through for one behind.
Redfern kicks it to himself. Has got to play on now. He couldn't take it. I think that's happened 2 or 3 times today. He's going to kick this one far outside the 50. Hard at it. Good play today. Woodford gets the hands to the skipper. He couldn't hold it there. That was Bradley. The hand pass comes out. They've got numbers streaming forward. Edwards.
Great pass.
Oh, almost hits Cummins on the half volley. Doing well was Halliday. This one just hacked to the outer wing. Couldn't be long to go. The engraver will be having a look at the Premiership Cup for the Rams at the moment. Schroot shrugs off a couple, uses his pace, hits Bush. Poor kick. Lucky it wasn't in the clinches. Good run down there from Sharp. He got his hand pass away. Nathan Wright, another one of the big key tools to Schroot. He's had plenty of it. Picks his target. Goes long inside 50. Only as far as Fretwell, who just clears this one out. As we have a look at the Blacktown Sports Park.
Not long to go.
.com.au scoreboard.
Not long to go, boys, and Penrith will be celebrating tonight. Very good effort in this last quarter.
Well, they lost the Division 3 grand final to Moorebank last year. Got promoted, both teams went up. Penrith recruited well, and what a fantastic performance as a promoted team to come up a grade, win a premiership and earn a second promotion in 2 years. They'll go into Division 1 next year, and what a fantastic effort it's been. Much deserved for them. They've been the best team all year, and for the first time in 20 years, the Penrith Football Club have a senior premiership. 1991 was the last time they celebrated. They have another now in 2011. Penrith have won too good for Balmain by 35 points. The Rams 12 goals 7, 79. Beat Balmain 6 goals 8, 44. Tell us how you feel, Muzz.
Yeah, very good. Good to see some of my mates out there winning a flag. Penrith just too strong today. They set it up with a really good first quarter, but credit to Balmain. They really struck back hard during the second and third quarters. We were all tied up during the fourth, and I thought it was anyone's. I really thought Balmain could have come with another spurt at it, but Penrith too good, too strong in the end, and a massive final quarter to Blake Roberts has just settled the score for the boys. And as you said, what was it, first premiership in 20 years?
Yes, 1991 for Penrith since they last won a senior premiership, and they would be absolutely over the moon. Down the Red Cow Hotel, I believe, tonight. It's going to be on.
If you just jump off the train there at Penrith Station, you can see the Red Cow right in front of you.
Penrith 12 goals, 779. Too good for the Balmain Dockers, 6-8, 44. The goal scorers for the Rams, 3 goals each to Tim Cummins and Blake Roberts. What a last quarter he played. A couple to Daniel Schroot and Josh Onassis, and singles to Dale Shivers and Ben Robinson. For Balmain, 2 goals to Brad Plugg and singles to Chris Reichman. The one in the last quarter that levelled the scores. Alistair Jewell Ferguson, Jared Boyd also kicked a beauty, and Marcus Bush with the other one for the Dockers. Philby, the Rams by 35 points, and really, well, they finished with a rush, as can happen in grand finals, but it certainly wasn't a 35-point game for most of the day.
No, definitely not. Balmain, to their credit, fought back and were probably just before half-time. They snuck their way back into the game, and in the third quarter they were all over it. But, great last quarter from Penrith, and they started really well.
Let's see if we can pick up some more of the celebrations for the Penrith Rams.
There's a few happy fellas down there. Nathan Wright will be happy to come back to the club he started his junior football at. Dale Shivers has come across from a Premier Division team to play with his mates a little bit closer to home, so they'll be quite stoked. And I'll tell you what, who had a couple of good games, the captain, David Brayley. He led from the front all day. I thought Nathan Allison was good. And Josh Onassis, good to see him kick a goal late in that fourth quarter to shrug off a bit of an injury we thought he had.
Yes, the Rams, the celebrations will get underway very shortly. It's an interesting
I think is that
Ram
a
streamer there.
Sort of mascot or something?
A Ram mascot.
I reckon the boys are about to break into song.
Let's head down to the Rams huddle. Plenty of winners there, and they did well too. They lost Bryce Roney early, and that's a good way to fight back. Let's head down to a presentation with Gary Birkinshaw.
Also, after starting well and leading the competition for the early parts, they actually ended up finishing in 5th position, and coming from a knockout semi-final, had all the way through a couple of close games, and to get here today and put up the show you did was fantastic. So congratulations to Balmain. I'd also like to thank all the people who've come out here today. It was a fantastic crowd, both Balmain and Penrith. Fantastic support, and it's a really credit to yourselves for what you did today. So, well done. I'd also like to thank the umpires, field umpires Chris Hayter and Gavin Bertram, boundary umpires David Harding, Angus Heritage, goal umpires Kathy Garraway and Taylor Mattioli, and emergency umpire Dean Garraway.
We actually had hardly any need to mention the on-field umpires, did we? They did a fantastic job today.
Yeah, you're right.
Assist us with the presentation will be the president of Penrith Football Club, Kevin Tate. I'd just like Kevin to come forward.
That was, of course, Chris Hayter, number 38, and Gavin Bertram, number 39, who did a great job.
And the first award we'll do is the best on ground in the grand final, and that goes to Penrith player number 7, Daniel Schroot.
Daniel Schroot, best man on the ground today. I tell you what, it could have went to any one of half a dozen players out there. It was a really tough vote if we'd have to make it. It's really hard to call.
Yeah, he was really good in the engine room for Penrith.
Now,
It looked like a pretty popular decision down there. There were plenty of
come and say a few
slaps
words.
on their head and the butt when the name got called out.
We'll see Jason Fretwell, the Balmain captain, come forward.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Penrith for a great game. We stuck it with you for a bit, but you were just better on the day, boys, so congratulations. Hopefully we'll get you next year anyway. To our boys, mate, fantastic year. I don't think anyone expected us to get here at the start of the year, so we've done really well to get here. And just hopefully we can get here back next year. To all our supporters and all the staff that helped us out through the year, thank you very much. And just look to next year. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jason. Once again, well done to Balmain. I'd now like to call on Penrith captain Dale Chivers to come and say a few words.
I think we'll find the captain is not Dale Shivers, it's David Bradley.
David Bradley, sorry.
There we go, Slim.
Thanks, Gary.
Gary Birkinshaw at his best.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Balmain for a great game of footy. He's definitely a tribute to your club, and it was definitely a great game of footy today. And to my boys, this is what we've been working for since November last year, and finally we got it. We come here last year and went home empty-handed, and this year it's ours. Yeah! To Jeff and Sharpie, thanks for all your time and effort that you put into the club, and to all the supporters that come out today, thanks very much. And let's get back to the cow and have a few beers, eh? Yeah!
I love it. I think every winning captain just feels like he has to yell into the
Thanks
microphone.
very much, David. I do apologise for that.
It's just
now call Kevin
a
Tate
real
back
expression
up
of
on the
emotion,
stage.
isn't it,
Present the premiership
after a long year.
Starting with number 1, Bryce Roney.
Bryce Roney injured in the first half, but a huge performer in his 50th game today. It's one he'll never forget.
Number 2,
And he was chasing
Nathan
down
Allison.
the really fast Boyd there as well,
Yeah.
so he never gave up. He didn't think the bloke was a bit quicker for him. He just ran at him the whole way.
Number 2,
3,
Nathan Allison,
John Keane.
had some good moments throughout the game.
Yeah, he definitely chipped in and left his mark on the game.
Number 3,
6,
John
Dale
Keane,
Shivers.
stepped up at times in the last quarter especially.
Yeah, he was strong in the back six for Penrith today.
Number 6, Dale
Number 7,
Shivers, not his best
Daniel
game,
Schroot.
but always commands a lot of respect.
And when he touched it, he did things with it. He was good.
Number 8,
Number
Blake
7, Daniel
Roberts.
Schroot, the best man on the ground. We've said enough about him. Number 8, Blake Roberts. The last quarter, when the game was there to be won,
Number 9,
he was the one that
Jay
stepped up, wasn't
Edwards.
he?
Yeah, could have easily got best on ground just on his last quarter alone, but he had a good game.
Number 9, Jay Edwards,
Number
the general
10,
across the
Ben
half-back
Robinson.
Started very well, I thought, early in the game. When it was hot, he was pretty good.
line. Number 10, Ben Robinson, the lively little man, kicked an
Number
important
14,
goal in the last quarter to
Matthew
break it open.
Payne.
He was pretty dangerous.
Number 14, Matthew Payne, the tackle master, Murray, you called him.
Yeah, he laid a couple of big tackles
Number
today.
15,
I thought he did
Tim
really well.
Cummins.
He's a bloke of a fair stature, as you can see at the moment.
Tim Cummins, brother of young New South Wales speedster Pat, 3 early
Number 17,
goals to set the
James
tone.
Denton.
Number 10.
He was excellent early and was dangerous all day. They had to really keep an eye on him.
Number 17, James Denton,
Number 21,
who had a very
Josh
good year for
Onassis.
Penrith.
Yeah, good to have a grand final medal around your neck at the end of the year.
Number
Number
21,
22,
Josh Onassis,
Adam
back on in the
Sharp.
last quarter after injury.
Yeah, kicked the goal after he came back on. Thought he was gone, so he'll be hurting tomorrow in both the head and the knee.
Number
Number
23,
22, Adam
Nick
Sharp.
Reinhardt.
He was good when they needed to put him in the ruck. When Onassis went down, he got put in the ruck and he did quite well. Held his own really strongly
24.
today.
Number
Luke
23,
O'Connor.
Mitchell Reinhard, had a good game too.
Good all day, very consistent.
Number 24, Luke
27,
O'Connor, stood out with the yellow
Tom
boots.
Hall.
Yeah, you can't miss him. Commentator's friend, I call him.
Number 27, Tom Hall.
He was good in
number
defence
28,
for a little
Harvey
fella.
He worked hard all day.
Well, I have to say, I was told by someone to call him the lesser brother. So
Why not? Just do it. I'll
Why
keep
not?
doing it.
Number 36,
Number
Mark
28, Harley
Woodford.
Stibbard.
Yeah, consistent.
Number 36, Mark Woodford, the big ruckman.
Yeah, I liked his game. He
Number
was good from the
46,
start, and
Nathan Wright.
He easily could have 2 medals round his chest tonight too.
2 grand finals and a premiership in his first 2 years of football. Number 46,
Number 51,
Nathan Wright, back from
Jake
Penno.
Shelley.
he was also very good.
Number 51, Jake Shelley, making his way forward. Stepped up at times.
Number 54,
he was
Brad Redfern.
in a lot of hot contests, put his body on the line all day.
Number 54, Brad Redfern. I don't think Kiprianu was fit and spent a lot of time on the bench,
coach,
but when he was on the
Jeff
ground, Redfern
Payne.
completely shut him out.
Yeah, he certainly did. He played very well in the back six today.
Coach Jeff Payne, a fantastic performance to bring premiership glory back to Penrith.
Safe
And
to
number
say he'll,
11
down a
in
few
captain,
frothies tonight.
David Bradley.
And David Bradley, the captain, well,
Terrific effort.
heart and soul of the club, isn't he?
He played well through all 4 quarters, and it could have been another one that
I'll
could
now
have
get
taken
Kevin
the man of the
to
match
actually
out
present the
today.
Division 2 Premiership Trophy for the 2011 Premiers.
Enjoy this one, Penrith. Fill that full of the amber ale. You'll enjoy this one tonight.
The Penrith Rams have won the Division 2 Premiership for 2011, a 35-point victory over the Balmain Dockers.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentations for the Division 2 and also finishes today's grand final action in the lower division.